Leo, go ahead and call the order again.
Call to order. This is an extra copy.
And then we are going into the non-public. Oh, hold on, JT.
Right now?
Yes, you wanna, wait, JT. Sorry. Alright, go ahead and make that motion.
Going to non-public RSA 91-A:3, numeral 2, low I.
Second.
All in favor?
Alright. Siemens, aye.
Oh. Alright, so
Okay.
And then create a bit of, not my.
Do you wanna make that motion to come out again?
Make a motion to come out of non-public.
Fuller second.
All in favor?
Fuller, aye.
Siemens, aye.
Seeing eye.
JT, can you put it back to the weight, cause it doesn't say 4:30.
Just south of, Bonnyman Road. for my full O2 center replacement, it's another word.
We're on,
This is down at Rico and change the lane. But you just couldn't figure it out because the code it through had like 18 different options. So Ford fixed it. And O2 sensor and a whole bunch of other stuff.
okay, you good? Pledge allegiance.
That's pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome. Signature folder. Well done. We had an abatement from the Ospey Lake Campground concerning delayed a check that was sent in for taxes that was not cash. It was $27.83. So I'll make a motion that we approve the amount of requested, $27.83. It's $27.83.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just sign it. Got any intent,
That is a bill.
that's a bill.
So that was for a state sale, so they had to pay with 2 bonds already. So this is the final bill, it was for the lot, I believe off of Pine River State Forest.
Oh, the one off
So,
there.
yeah, so they finished the cut.
Okay. Now I can jump into the board selected stuff. Minutes, I should say.
Thank you.
So, inside the signatures, selectmen's minutes, so I make a motion to approve the selectmen minutes dated January 21st, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
What was the date again?
January 21st, 2025.
No. January, should be February.
No, there's 3 sets, so January
Oh.
21st, we had an issue with audio and stuff,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we had to,
Yeah, that's right.
that's why it's a
Yeah.
little delayed
Sorry, I
to
forgot.
getting over here.
So I stand by that second, yes, I remember that.
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to approve the selectmen's minutes dated February 11th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to approve the board of selectmen's minutes dated February 18th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. Manifest. Make a motion to approve the manifest dated February 27th, 2025 in the amount of $38,036.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make a motion to approve manifest dated March 6th or March 4th.
March 6th, cause it's Thursday when the check date's.
Okay, 2025 in the amount of $322,442.10. 242,000 was school and 44 was Elliott.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Neil.
You never vote, you ever notice that?
Just tell me as voting. I got a cold, give me a break. You know, we're a cold. DLT, they're selling a piece of land, you know about that?
Yep. Just informing us that they're selling a parcel of property just west of Route 153 North. Standard procedure, it's kind of like a public hearing type notice when the state of New Hampshire sells property. It's 1.5, it's actually, according to the maps, it's 1.8 acres, they have 1.5 plus or minus, which that goes up to, the plus or minus goes up to a half an acre, by statute, Caitlin, right, something like that?
Say it one more time, sorry.
Yes.
Caught her off guard, so anyway, it's just notifying us that they're selling a parcel of property.
We did have the water tested, and you went through it, eh?
Yeah, actually, water in this building's not that bad. It's a little high on the iron and a little high on the manganese, but everything else passed within the limits for the state, within this building.
Just to elaborate on the water testing, so we had that done because we had a plumber in. We have issues with our water heaters. Some of the, the changes in the building and the change of uses, used to have the pellet stove, plumbing's all there, they went to electric water heaters. There's actually 4 electric water heaters in this building. There's 2 in the kitchen, 1 in each bathroom. There's at least 3.
Yeah,
There's 1 in each bathroom and then there's 1 in the kitchen.
I don't know about 4.
But the plumbing is all still there from when it was plumbed for 1 water heater. So our plumber said, before I give you an estimate of updating the water heater and the water system, let's get the water tested to see, cause you don't wanna be throwing away, good money toward bad if it's just gonna rot it out, the heating element inside, whatever. So that was the purpose of that. So then from here, we can take that information, give it to the plumber, and we'll know if we need, we can just continue with the cartridge filter that we have here.
Yeah, but it looks that iron, an upgraded cartridge filter would work.
And that's all, so there's no major expense there, but we need to definitely upgrade, to get away from the 3 water heaters. And with everything still out there, we can put one in the back room potentially and feed hot water, and then that'll eliminate 2 water heaters that we're powering for. And we can tie it to our boiler, so it basically preheats the water before it goes to the water heater, so instead of trying to reheat water that's 38 degrees to hot, it's already warmed up, it's already pre-warmed for you, so.
Wait, I have a question. So if you use that filter, will that get rid of the smell?
Well, one of the problems was, and I'm gonna say yes to an extent,
Okay.
one of the problems was, I for one, didn't even know that was there, until JT took a picture of it and sent it to me. And the last time was 2022, that the filter was changed. That is why it smelled. So you
Well-
have the particulates, is that right? Am I using that?
Particles.
Particles, particulates, but anyway, they have been sitting in there for several years, so.
And what else? Sitting in there,
And the water,
particles.
yeah. Barnacles. Ooh, did that answer your question?
Yeah.
It should go a long way toward that, but that should be a first step, is to get that filter system upgraded. And then it should take care of it, and if it doesn't, then you address it beyond there.
Awesome, okay.
So we'll get it all
Cold water go
quoted.
through that filter?
I'm sorry?
Does the cold water go through that filter?
All the water does, it comes in from the well, and
Because we're getting the iron deposits again. Remember when you changed over, when you got a new, person to do the cleaning, remember how it came in and it was beautiful in there? Not doing that anymore, huh? Cleaning the fixtures?
I don't know, I'm assuming so, but
Do
it's,
you know what I'm saying?
You're talking about in the toilet, right?
Yeah.
That is stays in the
So, so the previous one had got it pretty clear, I think she used the pumice stone, I don't know exactly what she had done. We did have another changeover, so I know that's one thing we're trying to, get back
Address.
on, but between the one we lost until the new one we have,
I didn't know you
It's just
changed
that-
it again,
yes,
Okay.
yeah, so.
that was, you did a great job.
But it's just been because it's been a little while and, just getting the bare minimum, it'll get back to where
Okay,
that was,
thanks.
no problem.
Also having, mailing a public zoning board adjustment, it's a public hearing notice for, Towers, LLC Towers for communications in the town of Eaton. So, they wanna put up a 180-foot pole. Style tower, I'm not sure where.
They're putting a cell tower at the top of,
King Pine.
King Pine.
So this, it's regional impact, it was deemed regional impact, so they have to notice all the abutting towns, so.
I think I read something in Conway on that.
There's 3 balloons there now, if anybody drives north of 153, just let them know if you see the balloons. They're at different heights. I can't see any of them.
You want to talk in this one?
Yeah, that's under business, I believe.
You wanna just hold it in business?
Yeah, we can do that. Sorry, I put that in business.
No, no. Nope. So he's not here.
Do you want me to get
You
Rebecca?
wanna do the mail, you wanna do that business?
I can do that, you want me to text Rebecca while I talk about it, so that way she
Yeah,
gets in here?
let's do
Okay.
that, please.
Alright, so what you have, or what Leo has there in front of him, because of our Access GIS system that we're going to soon start implementing, they have the option, which, for those who were here at that time, they discussed getting the PDF cards onto that system. However, the town of Effingham currently does not have that. So there's an agreement that was sent, and Leo, if you don't mind, can I see that real fast, because it has the charge on it. So pretty much what it is we have to have this software, part of the software from Avatar implemented, to have that utilized. And let's see, the total here was, it's only a one-time fee, I'm not paying annually for it, nothing like that. So in order to get the export cards to PDF, the town of Effingham would have to pay $876. But that will be, so when we have that mapping system, you will only be able to, you'll have the Access GIS software, but you'll also have the tax cards of Avatar. So it is only a one-time fee, nothing else. So that's what presented to you guys here today, and if you are okay with it, if you agree, I'm more than happy to sign, send it over so we can get this going.
Go ahead.
Yep, make a motion to approve the add-on for the cards for $876.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye,
Aye.
Perfect, I'll get this signed and sent over.
he doesn't do well when he's sick, he's very cranky.
It's been since last Wednesday. It's his first cold in 10 years. She coming over?
She did acknowledge the text, yes.
Not enough scotch.
I hear her coming over now.
Good scotch.
It's good scotch.
Getting ready to open it. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I just, when you
It's
look at the
funny.
breakdown,
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
well, no, I mean,
It was there for a couple days.
I worked in a dealership, so, you know, when you look at this, nut bolt bracket washer, nut bolt bracket washer,
Yeah.
not adjusting, not non-adjusting. It's like, what the, they building a robot?
Yeah.
Who's that?
It needed quite an in-depth exhaust
Yeah.
repair.
Thank you, Rebecca, for coming. Please,
Well, I'm here, you got my report,
you wanna dwell on it a little bit, just give us a quick overlook for the audience?
yeah, it's pretty straightforward, I issued, well, permits 2 through 9. I voided a permit, we had an interesting situation, there's a solar company that's got a salesperson that's going around town selling solar systems. And they actually contracted with someone and I issued the permit, and the owner of the property showed up complaining that they never authorized it and that they didn't want it, and would I please void the permit. In fact, he'd written void across the permit. So I voided that permit.
Is it on here?
Yeah, it's up there, it says permit number 2 voided.
Excuse me, I didn't, yeah.
It says permit number 2 voided, it was a permit that was issued
Oh, got it.
in January.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I called the solar company and let them know that that had happened and that they needed to be a little bit more careful. I'm actually now, every time I get a permit application from that company that has a digitized property owner signature, I call the property owner and ask them if they've authorized it. It's adding an extra step for me. They seemed a little irritated, and it's just shown up in my email box that they're asking for a refund of the permit fee, which I don't think I will give because I've, all the time was spent, but the fee is for the process, it's not for the actual work, so,
Who's asking for the refund?
the solar company, cause they paid for it, I mean, they applied for it. This is a company that has put in for close to half a dozen solar panels, arrays in the last, couple of months. And, I mean, I'm all for, you're going for solar, and I understand that people are concerned about the state, tax benefits and federal tax benefits for solar panels are winding down. I mean, I think they're down to 20%, they used to be at 30%. So I can understand people pushing to get them done, but I also think we're seeing, you're seeing a company that's pushing a little bit hard. If you've got someone who
It's the federal government, not the state. It's the federal government at 20%.
Right, it's the federal government used to be 30, down to 20. Anyway, so that's why there's a permit that's voided. The other permits are all pretty straightforward. And not really much issue about them. A lot of solar. There was a complaint, somebody actually took the photograph of the property on Green Mountain Road that showed the RV occupied. I spoke to the property owner, he's very aware of what our regulations are, and he has a security light on inside that RV. And he knows perfectly well that he can't be living there in the winter, and he's been pretty good about getting his seasonal use permits. And part of the confusion was that he had somehow changed on his property card the mailing address for his mail to that address, so it didn't look like he had another place of occupancy. So we had a good conversation about that. He's living in Rochester, he's gonna get me the information, it'll probably show up when he goes for his seasonal use permit in April, that the place that he's staying in Rochester, is actually residing there, and I'll use that as documentation.
And there weren't any tracks or anything in the snow here either,
No,
right?
I don't
Most
think there
recent
were, it's
snow.
just, there've been, over the years, there've been 3 or 4 properties up and down that stretch, and, that people were concerned about, and as yet, we haven't shown that anyone's doing more than just either running a security light in this case, or hanging out there daytime, in and out. There was no documentation of lights on at the other property, that was the one that we've all been concerned about. So, that's the big RV update.
They're not staying there at night anymore.
So,
Okay.
we had an interesting case, someone doing a modular, not a mobile home, not manufactured, having an actual modular. It's the first one I've seen go through since I've been here. The state of New Hampshire actually has a level of inspection and approved producers of modular homes. So if you get a container and you turn it into a home, that's treated as a normal build, just like a stick build. If you get a mobile home, that's covered under mobile home manufactured housing. But if you get a sort of plug-in, ready-to-go manufactured home, a modular home that maybe comes in 2 pieces that gets slapped together, but it's all wired and it's all plumbed and everything like that, and they just stack it on the side, that falls under a different state regulation, and the state will only allow you to do it if it is from one of their approved vendors.
Correct.
Which is, I learned about this a few years back, you may have known about it already, but I ran into someone who had bought one of these and then I couldn't give them the approval for it, so. That was a good piece of information.
This is an actual modular though,
This is an actual
from
modular,
one of
it's,
the
I
registered
think I put it on here as
290 Green Mountain Road.
Yeah, it's an actual modular. And again, going through the same things as far as, the health officer and the septic and everything goes. But they provided, the builder provided all the documentation of who was providing it and all that kind of stuff, so. It met those requirements.
Any additional questions?
Nope.
Audience? No? Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Board of Selectmen reports.
Okay,
Your last meeting.
okay.
Make it good.
The Grace and Jason are continuing to work on the LCHIP follow-up from the meeting we had as far as creating the change of scope of work. And I'm working on the extension. I worked with the New Hampshire Council of the Arts around the conservation grant we got for 20,000 for the extension. That actually got granted 2 days ago. So we've got another year on that one. I've been working with Jason and with Grace, probably 2 or 3 different meetings at the library around the bathroom project as far as being able to pull together a new RFP that we can be able to put out hopefully within the next month. I should be meeting with JP Pest Control Thursday. They've got a regular scheduled visit at the library. Besides the normal checks, there's some critters running around in the ceiling, making a little bit of noise, and I'm gonna have them climb under the building. When we did the powder post beetle project 4 years ago, the engineers and the structural engineer we had working with the historic architect and the JP Pest Control guys recommended that every 4 to 5 years, we have a retreatment of that borate piece for the powder post beetles. We're up at that time period, so I'm gonna have them climb underneath there, take a look and see what's there, give us a report, and I'll bring that back before the board as to what that status is and what their recommendations are. I'm meeting with Ed Marshall tomorrow morning. Part of the upcoming projects is moving LP gas heaters and lines and looking at potential relocations of that. So we'll catch his feedback on what we can do and can't do relative to the code. We'll build that into the RFP. I spent an hour on the phone with the fire escape company today. I have 2 more appointments later this week with other companies to get proposals and ideas on what it would take to put steel fire escape stairs off the 2nd floor, large room at the back of the building by the bulkhead to satisfy our safety problem relative to using that 2nd floor room. And thanks to Caitlin, I was able to pull together the necessary information for the library to create the certificate of insurance so that the library can hold their book sale on March 22nd at the elementary school from 9 to 1 PM with an early bird from 8 to 9 if those people wanted to go in and look at the books early. They've got like 120 banana boxes of books. There is a lot of books that's gonna be for sale there that day. And that's it.
Thank you, Jack.
How you doing? Good, how you feeling? You all right?
No, go ahead.
No, not feeling good? So I always have the unfortunate duty of giving condolences to family members when somebody passes in town. We lost yet again another lifelong resident of Effingham. Jeff Kennard passed away. His family ran the sawmill in Kennard's in the vegetable stand at the intersection of Green Mountain Road and Rifle Road. The best third baseman in softball you'll ever meet and ever see in your life. He had an arm like it was unbelievable. And I'm gonna be sorry to not see him come turkey season on his walks in the woods with his beagles, so. Outside of that, been very busy following up with complaints and concerns on the roads. Some are having to do with plowing and plow damage and who's responsible and who's not. Some of which are unfortunately unfounded, but you know, working through that and that's going well. And also for future reference, because of the bond stuff and the bond structure and how things may or may not work out, other alternatives and looking at our roads and what really needs to be addressed. Townhouse Road is really starting to show its age in several places. This winter is not helping. It's been extremely cold. The frost is really deep in the ground. There are places where they're heaving and bumps and humps that never were there before. It's the same on 153. It's nothing new to the area. It's just the nature of the business. The unfortunate thing is, and I always like to take this opportunity to get on my soapbox and talk about the way we have, for lack of a better word, catered to the public, and people are gonna say, well, it's your duty to do that. I don't really necessarily feel that that's the case, but everybody's become accustomed to gray, dry pavement at all times, regardless of what the conditions are outside, whether it's snowing an inch an hour or not. They want the roads to be bare so that they can get out to get their paper, milk, go to work. I understand, people still have to travel, but, with that, and to make that happen, you have to put out salt. We're putting out, and the state, the towns, municipalities, we're putting out way more salt than we ever did, in years past to accommodate for the motoring traffic and what they've become accustomed to. That is so detrimental to our roads. And when you get frost that's 5 feet in the ground, which I'm assuming it's gotta be by now, isn't it, Lawrence? Close to 5 feet or better. We talked about that before, you've seen it 6 feet before. But it's very deep in the ground right now, and you have different soils that are in these road beds and materials, boulders, and they heave. So bottom line, we gotta be patient, and know that it wasn't a failure upon any previous contractor on our roads. We live in New Hampshire, and we put a lot of salt, and we get frost, and we get hard winters, and we get days when it's 50 degrees, and the next day, it's -5. When the weather does that, it does awful things to our roads. So, please be patient. I am looking in alternatives to, a sand seal, things of that nature, but we have to address, Townhouse Road within the next year or two, or it's gonna go the other way. We need to protect those investments we have down. So in light of the bond, other options that we have, and possibly starting an ETF or something like that, but exploring more options and getting more trained and more knowledge on the options that are out there in asphalt and reclamation and things like that, so.
Good. That's it.
Yep, thank you.
Had a meeting, all three of us, with Caitlin, with, mapping town access, demonstration last week, so we attended that. It was very informal. Also met with the election committee last Friday to, prepare for, next Tuesday's election. So, pretty much everything's going good on that one. I had to pick up a new cable for, the snow blower at the town transfer station, in the John Deere place. The old snow blower.
Oh, okay.
So, should have seen it in your manifest. So Bill was able to put that back on, that was good. Last thing I noticed, which, glad you're here, I wanna bring it up. I noticed the library bill for oil bill, or the propane bill, I should say, for since 7/18 through 3/6, well, just paid it. We had a total of almost $2,255 in propane so far.
They turn it down at 60 at night,
Yeah.
68 during the day, only when they're in there.
So even with the insulation and new closed windows and everything else, what do you keep the temperature a day, during the day, 70, 75?
No, 68.
68? Okay,
So they're old units, I was talking to Jason about that this weekend. They're non-condensing units, and he said we're probably losing 20 to 30% waste with that particular type of furnace, and we got 4 of them running.
it's right, right?
No, got one in the basement too, so
yeah.
the stuff doesn't freeze,
The one
down by the well pump.
Henry Spencer put in.
Right, so basically, Jason was saying, one of the things, if we're gonna continue with that type of system over the next, call it decade, we really ought to talk about doing an upgrade, cause those are old units, and they're inefficient units.
They're about, what, 20 years old?
I don't know that, he thought they were at least 10 to 12, 10 to 15, I don't know the deal with that
Real
question.
quick. I noticed on this one too, bear with me for a second. We had that cold spell in January where we had,
Yeah, it was one like a 7 days, like it wouldn't
right, 7 days, and then,
fill the tank.
in
No,
7
I know,
days.
but I mean, we're down, if you go back and pull the last few years and look at it, we're actually using less LP now than we were a few years ago, but that's because we redid the windows and we did the storm windows. but it's still,
Do we need to, I mean, we're on track to overspend that budget.
Oh, yeah, we are. That's why it caught my attention.
yep.
I mean, do we need to have this conversation at town meeting? Cause obviously we're through the budget process, but I mean, do we need to? Is that in our,
You want to upgrade the heating units?
no.
No, allow more for
We need-
the
We need to
propane.
make a motion to increase that on the
Oh,
floor.
oh, I see what you're saying.
We're gonna be going
Yeah.
over the warrants,
Yeah.
just as we talked about what.
Alright,
that's
we'll
what
we'll
you're
have that conversation then. I'll save it for then.
You wanna, okay.
Save it for that part of the. Whether or not we need to address that, cause I mean, we're on track to grossly overspend that.
I have it right here if you want it.
Yeah. You wanna do it now? Cause I was just thinking.
Do we have it by building?
Yes,
Yes,
Okay,
right?
yes.
In the B2A, yeah.
You know which one it is?
It's gonna be 4194 heating fuel.
Yeah, $2,255.
I mean, one of the things we could look at too is basically look at upgrading one of those heaters each year for the next 4 years. Get us into units that are more efficient, cost effective. And just not do them all at one time, just do them one at a time, but do them over a 4-year period of time.
You said we're doing, we have 3 of them going,
We have 4 of them going.
basement,
You have 3 on the first floor and 1 in the basement.
okay. And in any of the phases, is this calculated in any of the phases?
It was in phase 1, we were gonna put a brand new heat system in until the powder post beetles got us. And then the price of aluminum and ductwork put the whole project over $175,000 to do what had been engineered out. And it's like, and we're not gonna get any money for it from grants, cause it's a modernization item.
Yeah, we're about $2,200 already this year. For 2025. And we got $2,255.
Yeah, we have next
I
one.
don't think with everything that's going on politically, that the price of LP is gonna go down anytime in the next 12
I know
months.
it's actually gonna go up, but,
So that would not be a bad idea to consider increasing it.
okay,
Yeah, I did get Station 2 also. We only had one field bill, that was $1,073. And, yeah, so we got, so we might wanna look at the whole, all the buildings,
So the other thing too,
increase it.
just as a thought, and I don't know what the impact will be, it won't be an impact on this piece. But if we're able to do the bathrooms this year, part of what we're gonna be able to take a look at is that outside wall underneath the bathrooms right now, I don't know whether it's insulated or not on the inside. I'm assuming it is because of what they did.
There's no hole in this.
But they did it around the rest of the building, I don't know if there's any underneath the bathrooms. So the reason you got the heater downstairs in that block room right now, cause that's an uninsulated block room with the heat going straight up. And the roof is open under the bathrooms. And it's open because if you don't, with the heat coming up and hitting that, it'll freeze the pipes, that's what blew it out when Henry did it years ago. If we insulate better around that outside foundation for that, between the sill and what the ground level is, we will help it a little bit. We could also throw some insulation, just regular foam insulation, we could actually just glue it to the inside of that room. And that would hold more heat in that room too.
I mean,
There's some more inexpensive ways to help, from an insulation standpoint, to help us reduce the price tag.
we could probably do spray foam, couldn't we? In that room,
You could,
Can you, you're saying update, the heating systems, what are they, Renais? What are they called?
the Renais are in there now, that's what's in there now.
Yeah. Look at, get a price to see if we can update the bottom one, the one in the pump, I don't see why you need such a big heater down there. get a price, you know,
When I
cause
have,
you only got a small room.
when I have Ed there tomorrow, he and I will climb down there and I'll check his input on that while we're there.
Yeah, make a recommendations or
Yeah.
something that,
Okay,
Just take, I mean, if you're gonna be down there anyway, just take a look and see if if it would be feasible to do expandable foam, cause you do expandable foam on the inside of the foundation, and it'll go right into the rocks.
we will have to do it when we do the bathroom reno, cause you're gonna have to do it from up on top. You can't get to it from the top of the block wall in underneath, they did it too tight to get way in underneath. No, it's not that high.
No, I thought so, you just,
No.
I'm like, you can't get to it, of course you can, you won't wanna hang out in there too long, but.
But, yeah, but I mean, there may be ways they can do it with a wand or something to get foaming underneath there, but that would be a way to do it, so, okay, I'll talk to Ed tomorrow on that.
have them make the recommendation for all inside the library too.
Yep,
See if there's something feasible
okay,
to look.
okay,
Mix up all my stuff here.
Town administrator.
I'm all done, go ahead.
Alright, so completed parametric reporting, which is done every year annually, so that's all done. Town reports have arrived, some have gone to the post office, Chuck will be bringing some to the library. And if someone here wants one, once I have a moment, I'll grab some for you, I forgot to put them out, that's my bad, I apologize. But they are here, and they're available here, they'll be available at the library and some of the post office. I did just get notified, usually Governor Wentworth School District, gives us annual reports. And I just got notified that they're only available online, so on Governor Wentworth website is the only place they're available. I'll try to get that link on our website, so that way no one has to go searching in that one, and it'll just be a click. But unfortunately, I did reach out and ask for them, and that's what I got for a response. Obviously, I attended the building permit demo and the Access GIS software meeting from the last week or two. Had meetings with Consolidated regarding their billing and Lakes Region Computer with JT to discuss some of the stuff we had. I'm waiting on a date and time currently for the reevaluation meeting, so since 2025 is a reevaluation year, the DRA would need to meet with me. I don't know if in the past if the board has also attended, so if I get a date and time, I'll inform you guys as well. Department of Revenue and KRT, which is our assessor. So I'm just waiting on that, and once I get more information, I'll inform you guys.
Yeah, keep me informed.
That's all I have.
That's all. Do we wanna, Mr. Carney?
Kenny, yep.
Later on, we can do it later.
You wanna do that later?
Yep.
Okay, well, you don't mind sitting around?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Wanna do the avatar cards to PDF?
That was, we already did, that we
Right.
jumped ahead. Yep.
So you wanna do the town meeting warrants, or
So yeah, that's just pretty much you guys saying who's doing what warrant.
you already got one of these, Scott?
Let me go grab some for everybody,
Yeah,
that way everyone wants to read it. You want one?
Please.
You guys
you got yours?
No.
No one for Chris?
No, let's,
I was gonna say, I thought I gave him.
yeah, I did, I lost it, I left it at home, actually, I got the old one in my hand.
Yeah, we gotta go through and see.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I can do the book, actually use the book.
That's what I did.
Yeah, never mind. Caitlin, I'm gonna use the book.
No, you're gonna bring that with you, so. So basically, we're signing which,
Who's speaking to which one?
yeah, select board's gonna speak to which, warrant article.
Start with number 12.
those of you that get them in a book on your way out, just put the $10 in the box, please.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're welcome.
Do you need gas?
You see my truck?
Yeah.
Of course I need gas, I always need gas, I go to the gas station needing gas.
It's a Ford.
It's a 48-gallon tank. That'll go on.
You get one for him?
I gave one to all selectmen earlier.
No, you didn't.
I'm telling you, I swear I put one with everybody there.
Well, you should've just told him to pick one up when he come by.
I could.
I'm feeling nice today.
So we're gonna start on Article 12, but I'll wait till Chris comes back.
That's Chris.
I think it'll be a combination there.
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna have PowerPoint, right?
Yes, I will.
JT?
JT. Is Mike gonna speak?
I don't know.
Okay, so
Maybe answer questions if there's questions.
we'll delegate it to Chris since he's not here. And you,
You can put me on that one too.
oh, okay, yeah, Tyler, yes. That's Article 12. You're on a roll, so we delegated you Article 12.
Awesome.
with Chris and,
But see, you can sub-delegate it to JT and Tyler, so that's,
yeah. Article 13, we delegate to Chris.
Stand by.
Article 14,
Oh, Lord.
we'll talk about one.
yeah, you mean 14?
Did you already address Article 11? Cause I think that should go to you, any
Wait.
disorderly manner.
That's just the rules.
Yeah,
Well, I think it should be addressed to him, cause you're already skipping ahead.
yeah, sure, I don't care.
You're looking at the rules, Chris. Not the warrant, sorry.
I like that one.
So the fire station will be with, Tyler and JT.
I'll move it and then,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, Article 14, I think, Chuck and JT,
Yep,
You said 14 or 15?
14.
14.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to shuffle.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chuck.
Article 15. This is more FEMA funds. I can talk to that. Okay?
Yep.
15?
The ETF or,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Police safety gear,
I'll move it. I can move the next one.
municipal building ETF. That one, Chuck?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Operating budget,
All three.
okay. Agree?
Yep,
And who's gonna make the motion to increase the budget to add the benefits in?
I will.
We don't have to do that now, do we? Because the warrant article is updated.
We didn't vote on this at any other, no, the benefits for town clerk, tax
Okay,
collector.
never mind, sorry.
Fire truck equipment.
I'll do that one with the chief.
That's Article 20. Article 21,
Okay.
who can we nominate?
Leo.
What's the fire truck equipment, that's a ETF, right?
Yeah, I'll do
No, it's
22.
that CRF.
Oh, the CRF,
22, I'll do 23. Do 24,
jeez, huh? Oh, you're definitely gonna do 25.
25.
You're gonna go out with a bang, aren't you?
Those are the easy ones, so there's no money being raised, it's just a transfer. It's like,
26 is Leo.
yep,
Yep,
I'll do 27. I'll do 28.
I can do 29. Yeah, I did 30 also. Chuck, you want 31?
sure.
I'll do 32.
I'll do
Sure.
33.
You wanna do 34, Leo?
See if the town will vote to accept. What?
The reports of agents and auditors.
Yeah, I can,
Okay,
so,
Alright, now let's do a tally, see who's got what.
Wait, did someone do 35?
You being fresh.
Nominate her.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
we can
think
just
the
send it.
moderator, I think, does that one.
Does it? Okay.
Agree.
well, you wanna go through them again?
No, I was just doing.
Yeah.
While we're on that discussion, so, we need to make a note. What page do we make that note on? Operating budget. And of course,
69. We need to come up with the specific dollar of the retirement, specific dollar of the health. Did you run those numbers?
Which one?
I know we had rough numbers for the benefits for the town clerk, tax collector. We didn't have specifics.
No, I'll get the specifics, so I'll have those and I'll get those all.
If you would, and would you email those out? Because I want to make sure I write them right in the
Yep,
book.
nope, I will. I have that, it's all on a spreadsheet, I can easily quickly do it.
Okay.
And maybe if between now and the next meeting,
You talk about Article 19.
Yes.
so while we're on this conversation, for future reference, I would like to see us go back to the way we did it years ago, where, can I see your budget versus actual real quick? Do you have one over here? Yeah, I'd just using it for more of a reference. Right here. So we go back to something very similar to this, being in our town report. Instead of,
Yes.
because what happens is we get to operating budget. So I'll do this to all you folks, find our operating budget that we're gonna be going line by line in your town report that we're gonna be discussing at town meeting. You're gonna go to the MS 737, and there's not a tremendous amount of breakdown in that.
Nope.
So it's not line specific like this is, so.
no, I can certainly do that. And mind you, I've gone past previous years, so I
Yes,
should always
this,
ask.
I wasn't throwing, that wasn't intended to throw shade at you
Oh, no,
by
no,
any
no,
stretch of
no, no.
imagination.
But
We've
I
kind
did
of gotten
move it
away from
because
that system.
last year, the 737 was like pages before. So I did wanna make it easier this year, so I put the 737 like right after the warrant, so hopefully that made it easier. But next year I most certainly can,
Just when they're, you know,
Breakdown.
like, if there's specific questions,
Go specifically to it.
you know, the first 3 or 4 pages of this
and I agree, it's
is
hard
in
to
that very
break
first
down.
paragraph right there.
Yeah, for example, you see like the appropriations 4130, you don't see everything that's being broken down, you see a total.
4130 is executive, and,
That has computers, that has salaries, that has
yeah, I
office
mean, it's-
equipment, no, I agree with that. I'm willing to do that, sure.
So the reason why I bring that up is again, to the earlier conversation about the heat.
Right.
is making that adjustment. So we have to be mindful, because it's kind of at the discretion of the moderator, how he wants to proceed with moving the article. Is it by subsection, or is it by the warrant article as a whole? We go line by line, and how are we gonna go line by line? We don't have line by line, this is what we have. That's the unfortunate thing, so, cause we need to make adjustments to two things.
Right.
Salary package and potentially our heating, because especially with today coming into effect is the tariffs. And natural resources and petroleum products
Part of that.
are all part of that.
They come in from Canada. Irving Oil.
Which they said, you know, they had that,
We
I
gotta
can't remember what his title was, but he said essentially you can count on 12 to 25 cents per gallon on gasoline and petroleum products.
Yep.
So, knowing we don't have it in here, and it would be helpful, we are gonna have a live screen, are we not? Could we take could we take that, and basically as we're going down, we could go down through individually, and we could put it up on the screen so everybody could see it.
Now, here's my question, would it be easier to have that, or would it be easier to have the budget sheets that were prepared, that are currently on the website? Cause that shows.
The
a
budget
breakdown.
sheets would be easier, because the budget sheets are the detail and what's approved and not approved.
Would it be too much of an ask to print out a supplement of those and hand it out as people come in with their packets?
That would be expensive,
Yeah,
Well, that's
very.
what I'm.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking, if we did the budget sheets, we could actually, we could have the file, and as we're going down through it, we could actually have it in the order of the budget sheets, same as the budget to actual, and that way we could put them up and we could see what was everybody proposed, what we proposed, what the budget committee approved.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that, Chuck, just nobody's gonna see it till we put it on the screen. Whereas if they have it ahead of time, they can look through it.
See, here's the budget sheets.
oh, so you're saying beforehand is where you're,
Pages.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
as people
yeah.
come in,
Way though,
but if
not
it's gonna be
before.
too much of an expense, then,
Yeah, no, that's what I meant, that's what the budget
significantly
sheets.
less pages.
Yeah, these are the budget sheets here.
yeah.
Yes.
But if you just handed out a B2A, the budget to actual document, it still
Yeah,
shows the line items.
Four sheets, something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, if we did that, it would have to be. I don't think I have the one where it doesn't have the 7,000 and 5,000s in the school.
We could make a hybrid version, I already have a template
Yeah,
for that,
we do.
so.
You know, where it drops that, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
it's
the bottom
actually just what we voted on, what we're voting on.
operating budget.
Yeah.
I'll volunteer to engineer a document.
I just think that would be extremely helpful for when we get to that, no matter how the moderator handles
No, I
it.
agree.
Whether it's by the whole article or subcategories, cause people are gonna have questions, he's gonna wanna go down, he'll probably say executive. You
Yep.
know, however it goes,
And like you
put my
got,
glasses on so I
Like
can
there.
see. Right,
How many people do we think will show up? You need 100 copies?
Do you think we need every sub-line under every budget? So like fire budget, do we need every line underneath fire budget or just a fire budget in general?
I would say if we're gonna go breakdown, it should be
It
breakdown.
needs to be everything.
Everything,
So it would say like executive would have the computers,
Right.
it would have
okay,
salaries, it would have office equipment supplies.
just like it is there.
right, okay.
I feel, and I've definitely, it's super easy to do, cause Michelle could just give me the Excel, I just remove those two ones and
I got a volunteer here,
recalculate.
volunteer.
You don't need,
You're welcome.
Here, you can take it.
I mean, if,
I agree.
no, I
if,
agree.
if I may, like poll the audience members that are here, would you all like to see that
I would definitely like to see that.
at town meeting, something like that?
Yeah, we'll have a screen up, you can portray the,
Yeah, whatever we hand out, we can put up on the screen too as we're going down through.
I think with the B2A, that's a lot slimmer than a budget packet, I'd rather print those than
Oh,
I
yeah.
would,
you still wanna print these?
huh?
You wanna print 100
That's what he
copies?
meant.
Yeah,
Yeah, his modified version of it, And that's what, 9.5 pages right now?
Both sides. No. Oh,
Full pages.
8 full pages. And we could you were essentially dropping the whole last page.
Okay, that's where I'm going with it, okay, so basically, okay,
Yeah, we'll print it front to back.
do
and
a 100, I think
front back.
80, what's the big crowd we had,
I
85,
think last year
95?
was 87 or 88.
I think if we had,
To 100,
I don't think that many,
Well, you get
cause I
the,
mean, spouses could share.
I'm good with that, but
how many?
75 or
There's
100,
at least 3 people that don't need them.
75 or 100.
75 would work, I think. Because a
Agreed,
lot of us already have the information, so it's one of those things where
yeah.
we're counting
Most
ourselves.
couples share anyways, I mean,
Okay,
Notice that.
yep, 75.
Now we're going. You know,
I
shit.
just, I mean,
Yeah, agreed.
so on to the conversation about, when that time comes, we just have to be mindful that we need to,
Alter the town,
4194.
yes.
Well, yes, we already know,
So once you've created that,
The town clerk.
email a copy out to
Which
which one of
one?
us,
Yeah,
so we can make
town
additional
clerk or
notes
tax
on it,
collector.
so we're going down through
we
it.
gotta do it from both, right? So we taking that and splitting it
Yeah,
between the two,
Yeah, town clerk,
town clerk, tax collector,
yes, benefits. It's
splitting it
right
or
now.
putting it to one?
Split right now.
I'm sorry, what was the question you're asking?
Yes,
I just wanna
The
make sure.
benefits, can we
Yes.
split that between the two
Yes.
budgets or
It's split, you gotta
put
split
it in one?
They all go into its own account.
Right, so you gotta split, so you got one, you got
No,
half,
we gotta take whatever the totals are that Caitlin has
Yeah.
for retirement and medical, split it in two and add each one to the town clerk and then
Yeah.
add the other one to
so
tax.
if it's $20,000, 10,000, 10,000.
Or 20 and 20.
Maybe I'm confused, because
Well,
that would
we'll-
that would all come out of 4155, that's where my confusion's lying.
We can't,
yeah.
because of the elected position, it was clear that it had to come out of, it had to be put into those two budgets.
Oh, I may have missed that then.
No, when I got that NHMA, they basically said
Okay.
it had to be part of those budgets.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that's what it'd be. Wouldn't have.
Not that one. So see, I think I have that one.
Alright, so,
It's because it was elected.
So does it have to be split?
well, we can check into that, make sure.
Yeah, I could easily reach out to NHMA,
Yeah.
ask them,
I mean, we still have to pay for it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's in my folder.
So we know that that has to be done, so back to 4194, then,
come up with a number for the LP.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
'Cause,
know how many, we could reverse engineer and find out roughly how many gallons we've used
last year.
throughout the whole system. And then add 25 cents a gallon to it or whatever.
Well, yeah, plus addition on that with the cold winter and everything else, we still got the remaining of October through December,
Yep,
so. Yeah, we'll work on that too.
okay.
So we're gonna get the estimated increase
Yes, right,
and then have that conversation, so. I mean, we're essentially looking at, what are we looking at, maybe adding $5,000? It's at 15 now, it's budgeted 15
We're
now.
doing a 25% increase. It's the rate increasing by 25%.
Right.
So take what we have and increase it by 25%.
minimum,
Yeah,
So if we've already budgeted 15,000 now, we're gonna use that, so.
it's 4, 5. Okay,
Put this back over there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
okay, announcements, town election will be held Thursday, March 11th, 2025 at the elementary school, 11 to 7.
Sorry, just a correction, it's Tuesday, I think you said Thursday.
Getting tired. Tuesday. Town meeting to be held Saturday, March 15th, 2025 at the elementary school. 9:00 AM.
or whenever.
Well, cutting it off at 12. Public comment, please. Please.
State your name.
I don't know when they went up, but, the signs on Townhouse Road. Appreciate it, about the bus stops here, and all that, yeah. Very nice.
That's Linda Edwards.
Sorry.
Um,
It is.
So the signs went up last week, the bases went in sometime before that, the road agent did those. And please don't make fun of us, it was the use of signs that were given to us, it was a misprint. I put on the list, it was supposed to be winding road signs.
Yeah.
With the 30-inch winding road signs. And the distributor gave us our winding road signs, but first, he had printed road sign street, you know? There were 6 inches by 30 inches this way, that's why it says winding road, but it's on a reflective, and he said, I thought that was weird, you asked for that to be on reflective. So he gave them to us, that was an extra cost, and we did pay for the ones we ordered, but he gave those, and instead of just throwing them away, we put them on the bottom of the sign. It still serves its purpose, it tells you that there's a winding road ahead below the school bus stop, but there are more signs to go up, so
Yeah, they were good.
they are good. Thank you for noticing.
It's gonna, you should do the same thing in the future. Get some free signs. Any other additional comments, please? Alright,
Actually,
yes, please.
can I ask a question? I've been getting a lot of calls, about the signs, the tonnage signs. Is that anytime soon?
The road bans,
Yes.
that all depends on Mother Nature, it is
Okay.
quite possible
I've
that,
just gotten multiple calls already, so I've been telling people nothing's been said yet.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask tonight to see if, I know you never know what Mother Nature's gonna do, but I just wanted to see if you had any.
no, so I mean, if you take for example, that's what I was talking, addressing that earlier about the weather. Yes, it's gonna be near 50 degrees with rain tomorrow and the next day, but if you look at the 10-day forecast,
It's gonna be
it's
back
back
to
down into the 30s and single and teens at nighttime, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen anytime soon unless we
I
get
just,
a long
I just
span.
wanted to make sure, because I'm sure I'm gonna get more calls between now and then, so,
Just tell the contractors to get their loads in more than the next couple weeks.
Figure August.
So, do we wanna go non-public?
yes.
Okay, we're gonna go non-public.
Thank you all very much for coming, we probably will not conduct any other business
No, we're
after
done.
that.
Nope.
Just a reminder, we do have the fire station presentation with the budget for anybody that'd like to stay for that after the non-public. Sorry, public safety building, I was offended, I apologize.
6:30,
That's at 6:30.
6:30.
Gotcha.
you wanna, can we do that sooner, JT?
I'm sorry,
Could we do it sooner?
Yeah, it's been advertised.
we advertised at 6:30, so we probably shouldn't, just in case anybody's
It
coming.
is,
You don't have to
it's
stay.
listed as a work session.
I was here
at
yesterday.
6:30.
No, it's a work session at 6:30.
Four was
Yep.
board to be here.
Good.
Quotes from contractors.
All right.
Leo, when you make this motion to go into non-public, can you please state the time for me?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Yes, I got the information somewhere.
Do you need a page?
What are you looking for?
No, I'm looking for, let me get this going. Got it.
Well within.
Make a motion to go to RSA, non-public to RSA 91-8:3. C. At 5:35.
Fuller second.
All in favor?
Fuller aye.
Same as I.
See that? Yeah.
You almost said it.
Said full second, I almost said full seconded it. Wait a minute. Threw me.
Camera.
Oh,
Let's make sure that's unplugged.